So chocolate stout cake, this is a bread pudding. It's versatile. You can do a lot with it. We'll just get started. So 12 ounces of stout beer. Unfortunately, this is a 12-ounce bottle. If you can find the 16-ounce bottles, that'll leave 4 ounces for you. If you get what I'm saying there. So this right here is a Left Hand Brew Company milk stout. The important thing you want to use is a nice dark beer that's going to have those coffee notes, the caramel, the chocolate notes that you'd get in a dark beer. So we have 12 ounces of beer. We have a half cup of sugar and a half cup of heavy cream.
And didn't you drink like 6 of these last night?
Not 6.
Only 5.
Only 5.
So we're heating this up to dissolve, and that's just to make sure that the sugar gets distributed through the beer and cream mixture. So now in a bowl, we will crack 4 eggs. And we will be tempering the eggs. Does anybody know what tempering the eggs is? Well, why is it done? What's the purpose?
So it doesn't scramble eggs.
Right. We need to be gradual, like what's the story with the frog and the cream? I don't know. I'm losing you there. That's okay. The fable. What is it? There's 2 different frogs. One was dropped in hot cream and he jumped right out. The other one
Stayed in.
yeah. Obviously, other people know the story a lot better than I do because I don't know it. So we're gonna whip up the eggs. We're not looking to make a meringue or anything. Just wanna break them loose, just like your scrambled eggs in the morning.
Good.
Now we have our stout. How is it?
So did I.
We have our stout cream mixture with the sugar that we've added. We're gonna add chocolate chips. As we've said before, here we use Hershey chocolate chips because they're made in Hershey, Pennsylvania, made in good old US of A. You can use whatever kind of chocolate you would like. If you're using a bittersweet chocolate, you'll probably need to increase the sugar amount so that it's not too bitter of a dessert. So we stir this to dissolve, and we will then temper the eggs by slowly adding about at least 1/3 of the mixture to the eggs. Then it's just like you're making a custard or a pudding. All I'm doing is adding the hot mixture to the eggs, slowly stirring. There's not much you can do to hurry this part up. Now for your bread choice. On your recipe, it just says country bread. I know that's pretty vague. If you want to, the idea here with all bread puddings is it's a meal of economy. It is what you had left over from the baker. It is the remnants loaf of whatever you might have hanging around. You actually would rather use I don't want to say stale, this is the wrong verbiage, a dry bread, a day-old bread versus a freshly baked bread because it'll have lower moisture. Lower moisture means you can put more fat in it, and we like that. So we've added about 1/3 of our hot cream mixture. We're going to continue to add the rest and just stir it up. In here we have 4 cups of country bread in your baking dish of choice. And we will then be pouring our custard mix right on top. You can do this the day of. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Letting it sit at least for half an hour though. To split a vanilla bean, I don't know if anybody has done it. Most vanilla beans you buy in the store, and I'm sad to say, they're not good. You pay like 10 or 13 bucks. How much is it? $15 for a bean in a jar.
And I had to go all the way north side to Sweet Bay.
Well, fortunately, we have these wonderful vanilla beans here. They are Madagascar vanilla beans. I mean, they're the real deal. And if you want to pass the pot around. To split it, you'll take a small paring knife and actually run down the length of the bean, and you'll scrape out this little, almost tar-looking sand substance. All the little tiny bits, those are the vanilla seeds. In your vanilla bean ice cream, the little black specks, that's what this is. So we need to add that 3 steps back to this. But these are available for sale here, and we actually have a really, really good price on them.
It's just like one vanilla bean that you use or something.
In any recipe you're using, you want to use half a vanilla bean for every tablespoon of vanilla extract.
Say that again.
A half of vanilla bean for every tablespoon of extract.
Say that again.
One half vanilla bean for every tablespoon of extract. So we have our vanilla bean in here, and like I think one of these young ladies was saying, the vanilla, the pod, you don't need to get rid of this. Put it in your canister of coffee beans. Put it in sugar to season your desserts, to season your coffee and teas. You can still get money's worth out of this. There's no reason to get rid of it. You could throw it in some vodka and let it sit in the pantry for a little bit. There you go. So this is going to bake in a relatively low oven, 325 degrees, for almost an hour. It's a custard. It's a bread pudding. It's really nothing more than a bread-filled quiche. So we have to follow the egg rules. The egg rules, if this is done in the oven, it's overcooked. If you've ever had a plate of scrambled eggs and you get it at the diner and there's this big pool of water on your plate, they overcooked your eggs. So you need to take this out whenever the middle of it is still a little bit loose. You want to take it out, you're going to let it rest just like you would a piece of meat, just like you would a protein, because eggs are protein. You have to let it rest so that it can come up to its final temperature and then come back down. Then as soon as it's cooled off, about 15 minutes or so, here we just served it with some, actually this is a whiskey espresso whipped cream. You could do a coffee liqueur, you can just do vanilla whipped cream, that's fine.